We have collected a list of the nastiest Gordon Ramsay chicken moments. From gross to downright disgusting. Whether it's the food or the behavior, we have got it all. Are you ready for this? Probably not, but let's get started. But wait, won't you subscribe? And don't be a chicken, click the little bell icon too. Chicken and banana smoothie. Ugh. Who doesn't love a good smoothie? It is good food whizzed together to make a super healthy meal. We love all the combinations that we can come up with, and it is one of our favorite ways to stay healthy. Some combinations aren't as awesome as others, however. During one Kitchen Nightmares episode, Ramsay was overhauling one nightmarish restaurant and teaching the ambitious chef a lesson at the same time. He decided to take some of the chef's flavor combinations straight off the menu, whiz them up, and make the chef taste it. If the chef had been a true genius, the flavors would have made up for the smoothie consistency.
There's a texture in there which is quite stringy.
Stringy?
It's a stringy texture.
Now that's just... how would banana and chicken even work together?
Just using like a South American kind of influences in roasting chicken.
We hope that this episode made all chefs want to taste their own food before coming up with terrible combinations. Also, don't turn chicken and banana into a smoothie, please.
Let food taste of what it should.
Insubordinate chef refuses to cook fried chicken. In this episode, Ramsay is helping a restaurant on its last legs. He puts together a brand new menu, including fried chicken wings. All seemed to be going well until one random chef decided that he did not want to serve such ordinary food.
How about a little bit of respect and showing these two
How about
guys?
a little respect for a fine dining restaurant, not putting chicken wings on the menu.
Hold up for just 1 second. This restaurant was busy going under, but suddenly it's a fine dining restaurant? Okay.
Don't feel comfortable frying a chicken wing. Why not? Unless she wants to put on a pair of orange shirts and go out there and serve it.
Pause for a moment while we ponder that enlightened statement. All the other people begged him to stop making a fool of himself, but then Ramsay stepped in. What followed was a glorious takedown.
How dare you get jumped up telling the owners the menu because you think you know better. Why aren't you doing better? Why haven't you got your own restaurant?
Cue the applause, because that was brutal. Of course, this wouldn't be Kitchen Nightmares without a few hissy fits. And we really enjoyed Matt melting down during the dinner service.
Chill out with the drama.
What'd you say?
I said chill out with the drama.
Get out of here, right now.
It's not as if we enjoy people melting down, but why does one person have such a personal hatred for fried chicken? Weird.
If he f***s it up for me tonight, I will literally do something.
Fried chicken fossil. During one episode of MasterChef, the contestants had to make their own fried chicken.
I'm hoping that they'll give me credit for my creativity.
When a contestant says that they hope the judge is impressed by their creativity, that person is serving a bad dish.
I did a double batter cornmeal crusted fried chicken, marinated it in buttermilk and hot sauce.
Which sounds odd to say the least. Who looks at cornmeal and decided to use it as a double coating for chicken? Ramsay does not look very impressed either.
You can hear that, right?
Yes, chef.
It's like excavating on a dinosaur dig.
For those of you at the back, this is a bad sign. Ramsay takes a giant bite and then spits it out.
I feel like I need a new set of teeth.
It was bland, hard, and it had the same consistency as sand, which is incredibly nasty. Don't agree with us? Why not try a piece of sand-crusted fried chicken for yourself? Chicken wrapped shrimp. Remember what we said earlier about bad combinations? One such combination is chicken wrapped shrimp. Gordon Ramsay is visiting a failing restaurant on Kitchen Nightmares. He meets the two owners, an arrogant young chef and his soon-to-be father-in-law. You quickly pick up why the wedding has been postponed.
A young man at the age of 25 would manipulate his future father-in-law to open an Italian restaurant, having never worked in a Italian restaurant.
So reluctant Ramsay orders from the menu. He has served a few odd combinations, but rolls with it, until he gets to the chicken dish. Chicken wrapped shrimp.
I'm very excited to show Chef Ramsay what I can do. I feel that there will be no faults in what I produce for him.
Ramsay cuts into the chicken wrapped shrimp, tastes it, and looks up at the camera with his verdict.
Looks like chicken, tastes like shrimp. Or
We would not like to eat a chicken wrap poop emoji either. Let's just say that this quickly turned out to be one of the more entertaining episodes of Kitchen Nightmares. But we cannot get the image of the chicken wrapped shrimp out of our minds. Who would do that? And why?
Here you go. You want to taste?
Chicken problems, mango tree. Our next nasty moment happens on Ramsay's search for the best restaurant in the UK. A popular restaurant is filled to the brim with customers, but then there is a problem.
I'm just a bit disappointed because actually, as you can see, this is not really cooked.
The waiter is horrified and a little embarrassed, so he takes it back to the kitchen. This is a very serious moment because raw chicken is very dangerous.
Salmonella sickens and kills more of us than any other foodborne pathogen.
Everyone breathes a sigh of relief when the replacement is sent out and the chef feels like they can go on with their business. For a fine dining restaurant, this is a big deal and a serious matter. Their reputation is on the line. But as the camera zooms in on the raw chicken, you can't help but feel a little sick. Eventually, everyone got their happy ending and a replacement starter. But we won't forget the sight of people digging into partially raw chicken. Floor seasoned chicken. In one of the more shocking episodes of Kitchen Nightmares, Ramsay went to the restaurant called La Galleria. The owners, two sisters, drank and smoked on the job. They fought with everyone, including their staff and customers.
I'm not calling him chef, I'm calling him Ramsay, and that's what I'm calling him.
Mr. Ramsay, at least.
We watch in breathless anticipation as Ramsay arrives to watch how they cook on the first night. But every time he asks the chef a question, he is ignored.
Doug, who talks to who? Who communicates there?
For a chef of this magnitude, especially one who is trying to save the restaurant, this is a terrible display of disrespect. The worst is yet to come, however.
Foul.
Ramsay tries to tell him to stop, but the chef ignores him. Ramsay calls the owner, who stands by and says that it's terrible, but does nothing to stop him.
Wait a minute. He dropped it on the floor and cooked it? What do you mean?
Watching a chef cook chicken that just fell on the floor was enough to make us suspicious of all restaurants.
It's okay. It's good enough to eat it.
Raw chicken served by nervous amateur chef. In this episode, Ramsay shares his softer side. An amateur chef on his ultimate cookery guide named Kenneth was a nervous ball of energy. He bounced up and down, wrung his hands, and was just very fidgety. But he was sweet and endearing, and you couldn't help but love Kenneth. Unfortunately, he was so nervous about cooking for his idol that he did not manage to cook his chicken long enough.
The oven I didn't put it enough time, so this part is a bit raw, so if you want to try it, this one is okay.
Ramsay was very nice about it, a lot less shouty than normal.
If the chicken's pink, I can't eat it.
Yep, absolutely.
We felt very bad for Kenneth because he was a nice guy, but pink chicken is not on our list of appetizing meals. This is especially nasty because the rest of the chicken looks so good. It's very sad when you see something that is made with care, but spoiled because of the health dangers.
You're packed with energy. I just want some of that energy on the plate.
Chicken I'm afraid-o to eat. One of Chef Ramsay's better ideas was to answer the tweets sent to him by amateur chefs. Usually, these dishes don't look all that bad, and you feel a little guilty for laughing that hard. Other times, the dishes are downright strange. Why would you send your evil creation to be judged by the guy who roasts people for a living? We don't know why you would do this, but please keep doing it. In this one particular tweet, a fan sent a picture of their mother's chicken Alfredo. Don't get us wrong, we love Mom's cooking, but this dish looked a little weird. It looks colorless and a little grainy. Ramsay summed up our sentiments perfectly when he quipped, "Chicken I'm afraid-o to eat." Get it? Because it's chicken Alfredo? Okay, fine. We laughed way too hard at that. Little fridge of horrors.
Right off the bat, we were in the right off the bat.
We put a lot of trust in restaurants. We go to them with our hard-earned cash, and we expect to get good food in return. We trust that they follow certain standards to keep our food safe. In one episode of Kitchen Nightmares, Ramsay stands by and watches the kitchen operate, but he is horrified to discover that the food is not being treated with care.
We don't wash spinach.
We get it pre-washed.
You get it pre-washed. That's a first.
The restaurant serves rotten pre-washed lettuce and serves week-old desserts.
That's really old. It's a bread pudding. That's
a bread pudding.
Sure.
That's a shrimp.
He begins to get suspicious, so he takes a trip down to their refrigerator, where he finds a smorgasbord of health code violations.
That's from lunch.
Yeah,
5 years ago.
But the worst is when he finds that the cooked chicken is tossed into the same pan as the raw chicken. Ladies and gentlemen, this is bad. This could cause people to become violently ill. Ramsay was thinking the same thing because he launches into a tirade against the owners and chefs who look a little sheepish. Unsatisfied by the response and horrified by the quality of food being served,
I'm closing the place down. Switch it off.
This is a catastrophe for the restaurant, and we admit to not feeling very sorry for them. Advancing from bad to worse. If you thought that the contaminated chicken from our last entry was bad, just wait until you see what happens now. This time, we join Ramsay in a nightmarish hotel. The hotel is loud, rough, and a little below the standard. Then Ramsay took a look into the fridge.
How often is that fridge cleaned out?
Twice a week. Twice a week?
Yes.
But they are left speechless when he carries out moldy tortillas and sauces left by a chef who had been gone for a few years. But our favorite moment is when he pulls out a tray containing cooked chicken and another containing raw pork, next to each other, not properly covered.
Terrible. You should be ashamed.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's not okay.
Gordon makes it clear just how unacceptable this is by berating the owners harshly. We feel that he should have said more, considering the fact that they were putting lives in danger. But hey, we aren't the experts here.
Are you guys really the f***ing owners?
True story.
F*** off.
And there you have it, 10 of the nastiest Gordon Ramsay chicken moments.
You're gonna kill someone! I'm eating here!
Let us know what you thought in the comments section, and remember to subscribe for all the best content on YouTube.